So, general Buddhism, Buddha teaching, and particular Tibetan, Buddhism, the and in particular word things, Gelupa, that is Ham's, unbelievable harm, any harm to fulfill his Holiness wishes, particular harm to fulfill his Holiness holy wishes. So many people who offer service to his Holiness, you see, disturb to break samaya with his Holiness or like that, you see. Just have to follow his holy wishes and things like that. So, a particular gluba. So, great danger to the gluba. Just one example. Some years ago, in Gaden Changze monastery, there's a I forgot the name of the teacher. He was from Baksa. Generally very good understanding philosophy. Gen Tati, his name is Gen Tati, I think. So he's very expert in the Uma, Madhavika. So, so he has thousands of disciples. And among those, there are many learned teachers. So, Geshes, who was the abbot of the Changze, himself is an expert in Sutta Sangha, but even he went to receive teachings from Gentati, Geshetati. So that, and so then chapter 7 incarnation of chapter 7 Rinpoche. Rinpoche, it was Sanshir, not actual guru, he's not a guru, but it's a substitute of that, helping the education to his own debate or things like that. But in India, later he's only to comment the lineage, the teaching, the commentary of the limited path Prajnatmanta composed by Lama Tisha. And then maybe, I don't know, there was some other initiation or not, but anyway, that and maybe something else. He's only took the lineage of the teaching. So, he became guru to his Holiness. So the incarnation, so I've received many teachings, advice, and took care of me as is like father, you see, took care of me, like that, very much, second century, but sort of cherish me or control that. You see. So the Rinpoche's incarnation, Rinpoche passed away in Ladakh. No, Kuno, I think. Kuno. Ladakh, Kuno, I think. I forgot the name. The Rinpoche incarnation was born there. So in the incarnation was studying in the Changze, you see, the philosophy. And then he was thinking to go to take teaching from Padi. So he prepared all the offerings to offer. And then tomorrow he's going to go see, to request to be the Guru and to ask for teaching. So then tonight he had a very bad dream. Tonight he has a very bad dream. Then he changed his plan. He then stopped going. Yeah. Oh, that's he himself told me. So the incarnation himself told me. That happened. Then I think he wrote his Holiness. The Lamas who practice Toje, they're regular Lamas, something. That's all I heard from Kandula. But anyway, that's much more. She said that he wrote to his Holiness worst letter to his Holiness. So anyway, so the abbot and Geckos, all of them got together, so they decided to request the Kalarupa statue that the garden has. There's something in Tibet, also in Tibet. So I think they were going to do sort of observation in the front of the Kalarupa statue. And so whether Geshe kick out from the monastery or not. So they all agreed to check with the Kalarupa. The Lama Tsongkhapa was a protector. Kalarupa. So they all agreed and went and did the observation. I think Singdang. So you give right answers, possibility all the answers, and write down is a dobo, zamba flower, the bug, dobo, same size, exactly same size. Then you see request Kalarupa, then rolled. So it came out to kick the Geshe to kick out the monastery. So it came out. So then the Geshe letter was read in public, in the public, in all the monks. You see, there's so many disciples. So the Geshe read the letter, the public, what Geshe wrote his Holiness, and then all the monks they did. Clap the hands. It doesn't mean. I think usually in the West countries it means good. I think, but Tibetan sometimes it doesn't mean good. So they did. Everybody did like this. Clap the hands. So it means kick out from the monastery. So. Then Geshe was like, then kicked out. So now lives in France. So You see now, of course, studying very extensive Buddhist philosophy. You see, now, what happens then? You see, if they are not good, if they are not practicing Lamrim, usually don't know Lamrim or not practicing Lamrim especially, or then you see the your root of the path to enlightenment is correctly following virtuous friend, Shinge Tenso. So your root of path to enlightenment. So then that of course depends on the devotion. See, by looking at the Buddha, then seeing that the Buddha. By looking at the Buddha, then or the logical thinker, by looking at it, then seeing Buddha, there's a numberless past Buddha, present Buddha, numberless future Buddha, and every single act is all the Buddha's whole action. So you see, so then if you're not practicing Lamrim, then good devotion, the most important practice, realization, which makes successful all the rest up to omniscient mind. Oh, good devotion. So you see, then that doesn't happen. That becomes very shallow. The devotion is very shallow. Or like clouds, very large clouds there, and the next minute is not there, so like that, you see. So it's very, so then then destroy, lose the devotion. Of course, you can use the appearing and seeing mistakes in the Guru. You can use that to develop your Guru devotion, to make stronger your Guru devotion, to achieve enlightenment quicker. But you see, if you're not good in the practicing as well, not strong, then you see you can destroy the root path to enlightenment, Guru devotion. So totally. So then I think so many not necessarily everybody, but I'm sure who have Guru devotion realization. But you see, seeing that the numberless Buddha, past Buddha, present Buddha, numberless future Buddha, every single act is Buddha's act. So realize that. But you see, so don't have realization, or don't slip devotion, then total lose. Even though you're expert in the philosophy, you can say so many words, billions of words, and you can commentary this, commentary that, commentary, but you're not practicing Lamrim. Your devotion, good devotion, lost. So many disciples lose their good devotion. So this not only this case. I'm not talking only Gendati this case, but there are many other cases. The teacher who practiced this today, so many disciples lose faith, and so this happens. So much danger in the Saraka and Devon monks who are really studying extensive, but so many destroyed their root of heart and devotion. Because the teacher, some practicing Toje, that, but then also some not practicing, then disciple practicing, all that again, yeah. You see, so much actually lose the faith. So like that. So if you lose the faith, the Shinkintensul are there, or then you have no basis for realization. No basis for realization. You see, then create heaviest karma to be born in the hell for eons. Then so many eons even can't hear human voice, can't meet Guru, can't find Guru. Even the Guru is in the country, but you don't find. Like that. In the past, His Holiness Dalai Lama lives Dharamsala. You see, so those Indians who live there, they give so much teaching. The Western people come by crossing the ocean, by spending so much money, they come to Dharamsala to receive teachings, and of course that's different. But the Indians who are there, so many years never come to the teaching. So, as an example, you see like that, for example. So now, some years ago, then so many Indians come from all over, even to Shida, you see. When I was there last time, or time before that, 25 Indian students come, they just finished university. They're young, intelligent, you see, they finish university, they come. Then next course, after a few days, another course, then another 25 Indian students, roughly that. So all from many, from close, from far, from over. Like that. But anyway, the Dharamsala was using an example. Because all like that, you see. So like that, unbelievable harm to the Gilpa. That, and I think, even Buddha Kashyapa time, even before Buddha Kashyapa time, I think they broke Samaya. So maybe did wrong prayer or things like that. So the particularly about teaching practitioners. So there are many way back Buddha Kashypa's time that mistakes, wrong things happened, like that, due to that result. So what I'm saying is, there's in the Serakat and Devon Dharamsala, in the Mendikiluwa monastery, at the end of the prayer, I don't know about my memory is so bad. Kasa, should kasa. Jechonga bezabadi. Jechonga bezaba. Mololo. Mololo, bichevi tambala. Watilata. My memory is so bad. I don't remember well. So that all the people of Dalai Lama expressed that. So then, of course, is due to under the control of a Kasuri. due to under the control of the ignorance. Ignorance. So that, see, this happened, all these things happened. So there's object compassion. Yeah. It doesn't mean I have compassion. It's not saying that, but it's object compassion. Those who have compassion is object compassion. So when I was Dhammsala, his owners explained the nature of that and then function, everything wrong. That described 3 ways, but I don't remember. When I was Dhammsala, his owners polluted the teaching mentioned. Nature and the function and something else are all bad. I don't remember the words. So his owners explained. Since this talk happened, so I must say a few words. I think now become much better in the in India, Nepal, India. Now much better than many years ago. Then in Tibet, I'll tell you one story. One man, then a monk, lay person, the husband practiced keeping secret from his wife. And he practiced every day so much. So then, you see, then he got very sick when he was dying, very sick. Then he told his wife, go in that temple where there's a Dolgyal statue, go into that temple and offer a sejam or tea offering or something. So only that time, then his wife knew that he was practicing. Otherwise, even his wife didn't know. So then what happened? Just before his breath stopped, what happened was then the Dolgyal showed his natural form. His natural form is very very beautiful kind of preta, Hungry Ghost preta form. Show to him his real natural form. Show him. Then he got so sad just before his breath stopped. Then his whole life was cheated. Then his whole life was totally cheated. Hallucinated, cheated. Then he realized this before his breath stopped. He totally so regretted all this happened. That's one thing. That's one thing. Then in Tibet, when the human being die, people die, the body bring at the cemetery, and the kasa and the bird, the eagles, yeah. The eagle that comes to eat the crops. So there's a man who brings the body there, and he did a text that invites all the eagles to come to eat the crops. But you see, when his body, those who practice the Dolgyal, when their body is brought at the cemetery, nobody comes, no one eagle comes to eat. You see, not they were told, announced, not like that. But when the body is brought to the cemetery, usually so many eagles come to eat. You know, there was a man eagle, and the eagle, what eagle? No, what is it called? Vulture, yeah, vulture. The man vulture comes to put a big hair, so just doesn't really eat, but take some small piece, a little bit. Then everybody come to eat. You see, when they finish, then the brain is kept like dessert, like after we eat food with dessert. You see. So something sweet, something, so brain is kept at the dessert. So the person who bring the body, cut the body, mix with samba, the brain. Then, so again the special organ, the head, you see the eagle, the vulture comes, that doesn't really, then go away. Then everyone comes to eat, so those people practice Hoje because they are brought some other. So when the body is cut to be given to the vultures, nobody comes. Oh, that's a very clear sign. All like that. Even the birds, they don't come to. So that's a very good sign. And then that's nature shows, you see. Brought somebody politics, so they don't come. So then I think not much known by common people, but I think Dolgyal killed many lamas. That's what, so that happened. Those who are telling people to not practice, then killed many lamas. So Dolgyal, that's. And then see people who practice normal gurus, Geshes and Lamas or Geshes and Lamas, the great gurus, I mean, I will tell that. But there's the common people who practice Hoje, and at the death time, the end of their life, there's some disaster. You see, either car accident, fall down, many pieces from the car, or you fall down between the land cracks. Or see, at the end of your life, there's some big disasters. There's also by examining me, people that was found out, something like that. So anyway, as I mentioned, all this is due to ignorance. Going back due to ignorance. So all this happened. So this object of compassion, all the mistakes, all this. So this object of compassion. So what the Buddha said. Sakya dare sershindu. Gelong Pakam Kenamji, bhikshus and learned ones, subject direct session to level Talangaika. So examine well my teachings, like the refined gold, by checking, by burning, cutting, rubbing. Then you find that the refined gold. So like that, examine well my teaching, Then, then practice my teaching, not with blind faith, which means, that one is not only for Westerners or beginners, no, it's also for the High Lamas, for the great Geshes, High Lamas. This teaching, Buddhist advice, is for the great Geshes, Lamas. That's what I think. So they haven't checked well. Haven't checked well what the Buddha said. You need to check. You need to check. Then you don't get cheated. You don't get misled. So there's the mistakes. You didn't check well. Like that. Of course, very strong devotion to the Guru. Yes. But then you see, didn't check what Buddha said. Didn't check that. Didn't do that. That's a mistake of the great Geshes and Lamas. So there was many disciples. So like that. I was involved because where I became monk from Geshe Rinpoche's monastery in Tibet, from Tungagomba, where I became monk, very much practiced Tsoje, and the great yogi, from Geshe Rinpoche past lives, great yogi, came Trommo in the forest, lived there, and because gorillas, they offer fruit and go like that. So this later Chelsea monastery, so I became monk there. So that yogi practice today. So therefore, since from Tibet, and myself have been involved practicing practicing after service. You recite the prayers and that. So long time, but then yes, because the monks practice. So that's why. Then in the Garden Monastery, Shankuten, there's an oracle there, Shankuten. So I go there. He makes special for me. I don't have to wait for many days. So I come to ask, invite the Tsoje, and then ask questions about particular, which lamas to invite at the centers after. Yes, that's especially after Lama is passed away, So my teacher, you see, Guru. So which lamas to invite at the center. So particularly those things to ask to check. So. Like that. Then when I was leaving the Tsoje, so I dreamt him in Dharamsala, the oracle. I dreamt him, he left all kata on my table, rolled kata on my table. Not very fresh, not very, a little bit older, rolled and left on my table. And then then he thanked, the oracle thanked to me. Then he disappeared. That's the dream I had. So I was saying goodbye, So like that. Then I understood that I thanked His Holiness Dalai Lama and Dharamsala some years ago. Just when I was living then, I thank to His Holiness on behalf of the world. Yes, something like that. I think on behalf of the world and on behalf of Buddhism, the Buddhist people, and then particularly Tibet, and then the Kasura, the Gelugpa. I thank to His Holiness, to even many other High Lamas, Geshes, write many books criticizing His Holiness, Dalai Lama, blah, 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 that you see, because he is on advice to that's wrong, all the reasons. And so then His Holiness kept on giving advice to us, to the Tibetan people, people from abroad as well. So even though many other High Lamas or the Geshes write many books criticizing His Holiness keep on advising to us. So I think, even though I made big mouth, but really, on their behalf, I can thank to His Holiness from the heart to continuously to advise, guiding us to correct path to enlightenment, guiding us, thank His Holiness. Even though it was many Lamas, Geshes criticized in the right books, all that, but His Holiness keep on saving us, protecting us from the wrong path, from the wrong belief, wrong path. Guiding the correct path to enlightenment. So I did mention to His Holiness. Also in Italy, I mentioned in the public, after His own teaching finished, in the public, I mentioned that. I thank to His Holiness. Then at the end, I want to, my way of saying, which is my root guru. That's the first Lamrim teaching I received from Rinpoche and Sanat. So, they say Buddha. So Buddha doesn't make mistakes. So you see Buddha, so Buddha doesn't make mistakes. If Buddha made mistakes, then it's not Buddha. It's obscuration, it's ignorance. So how can be Buddha? So they're complete. So they're Buddha. But for us, especially 20th century, us, ordinary beings, we have impure karma, mistakes, mind. So then you say, it manifests in the Guru's action. Your mistake manifests in the Guru's action, then appears mistake. It didn't appear mistakes. So the Geshes and Lamas, the Buddha Dharma said, Rangyung Lamen Zabar Shavakun. Your own mistakes appeared in the Guru's holy action. Your own mistakes appeared in Guru's holy action. It's like you have a black in the mark. You look at the mirror. You see, because you look at the mirror, then you see there's appearance from there. You see, there's appearance from there. So when you clean this, when you clean yourself, then you see good. You see clean. You see that. You see clean from there. All like that, exactly the same. So, your Buddha Dharma said, your your mistake appeared all in the Guru's holy actions. All that. It is definite rot in your heart. That recognize that your mistakes. What you see mistake in the good is your mistakes. Then get it out like poison. So if there's something poison, very dangerous that wants to kill you, then you throw away immediately. You throw away far away. So exactly like that. So you see, then you clean yourself. So what you do is so you have to practice pure mind. Devotion, see, pure mind. Look at the Buddha and sing Buddha. With effort, look at the Buddha. In the Kunji Shiju, Chinjiju, Sijidama, Lavaton, Babatomai, Kovachimbe, Tebasin, Babatomai. Chata, with so much every month, year, how many effort. Then Lavaton, look at Buddha, then you see Buddha, okay? So that send the please blessings to me, with great devotion. Yeah. So that Dalai Lama said, Rangtime back on the Tujimpo to get rid of this because of the misconceptions. The non-devotion thought was get rid of. See. There's more words, but I don't remember there are more words. It's unbelievable. His Holiness Buddha Dharma, all the advice so powerful, so effective. So now I don't remember so maybe some of the time I remember then. I had the notes, so I mentioned, so now that much, okay? You see, so I say, did not practice, but show aspect, that's what I would say. They didn't practice, yes. Show aspect. Not like that, there are millions of things. For example, which hospital to go, you have to inform which doctor. There's so many other things you have to explain to the Guru. So show the aspect of even knowing, even has omniscience, but show an aspect. Showing aspect, no knowing. Showing aspect. Yes. There's many quotations. There's I don't remember the name. Then the Buddha himself said, because 상배 차체다. 라라두기 차체기 심전난 게 동양제. Buddha himself benefited from certain things in the form of Brahman, the Hindu god Brahmans, like Indra, those things, those forms. Just all sentiment. They're not Brahman, Indra, but the show aspect as Brahman, as Indra, they're working for sentiment. Then also, even sometimes manifest, Buddha manifest Mara. I love to get chachiki, something to answer. Some other, even Mara, and as custom of the Mara, do the work for sentence base. Sentence is Tayansis. The other is and also permit such job also takes the custom of the women and to work sentencing. See, even from my animals to regain an ayandas and chapa mala chakaso. There's no attachment, but show the aspect of attachment to benefit of sentencing. Chapa mala chakaso. And Mamba Mala, Mamba. There is no ignorance, but show the aspect of ignorance. As I remember one time, character initiation, I think, where the manifested Buddha, I think they gave the character initiation, the India, I don't know, I forgot the name. So there, his Holiness sure aspect of not remembering or something. Then the abbot, he became Gadantiba afterwards. So he laughed, or he knew that his own showing aspect that he kind of laughed. So like that, for example. That time, just one thing. Just example. Yeah. So he was a Gadantiba for I don't know how many years. Then when he passed away, he was in meditation with the clear light, you see. Mind grows subtle and more subtle. So mind has not left the body, the clear light. And he was in meditation for, I think, 18 days or for a long time. The Gadantiba. You see. So no breath, no moving, nothing. So you see after this meditation with clear light for many days. Meditation. So yeah. So no fear. There's no fear, but show aspect of fear. That now I don't remember the whole thing. Sanjay number not okay. So what he's saying is manifest various sentient beings. The work of sentient being in the form of various aspects of sentient being, then the work of sentient being. But Jindakanji dominus, but the people, but the sentient beings in the world do not know that, do not recognize that. So that. So my did not practice study, but show aspect. Because 20th century, us, we have a heavy karma. We have a heavy karma, this karma, you see, to see in the Guru in that aspect, doing those. You are mistake. So therefore, you see, once it's Guru, it's Buddha. So, Buddha, how is it possible Buddha made mistakes? Impossible. Buddha is no ignorance, no obscuration, so how can ignorance? So now the topic is finished. Mm.